Welcome to Crochet 101 on Radio WVON. Hey y'all, it's Vaughn. Today I have for you the linked treble. I've already made a chain. You're going to skip the first chain. And I like to work into the back bump, the dinosaur bone. And instead of yarning over, you're going to pull up a loop. You go into the next chain, back bump, pull up a loop, skip one, and go into the base of what's going to be your stitch, so that's your final chain. And now what you have appears as if they are yarn overs. Now you're going to work off your traditional yarn over. Yarn over and go through 2-3 times. 1, 2, 3, and what you'll notice is, based on the direction of your chain, the stitch is built tall, not wide. Now what makes this linked is how you're going to pick up from the previous stitch. You're going to pick up under these vertical bars here and here, instead of doing your yarn over. So go under this bar and pull up your loop. Instead of yarning over, go under the bar and pull up your loop. And then pick up the back bump of your next chain and pull up your loop there. That'll be the base of your stitch when your yarn doesn't split. And you work traditionally, you work your loops off. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Alright, and again, now that you have your second stitch, you'll see that it is attached to your first one, because you went under the vertical loop instead of doing a yarn over. And you continue that all the way across. I'm going to try and stay in frame. Under your loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Under your bar, under your bar. And pull up a loop. Under your back bump of your next chain and pull up a loop. That is the base of your stitch. Now you're going to yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. And again, this makes a nice firm fabric. To the untrained eye, it might look like Tunisian, but the reason that it is not is because the stitches are worked one at a time, whereas in Tunisian, you're picking up loops all the way across and then working them off on your return. So, a little tip and tidbit for you. Again, pull up your loop under the bar. Pull up your next loop under the bar. And then in the base of the back of your next chain, yarn over and go through 2-3 times. 1, 2, 3. A few more stitches to go, but as you can see, that works out pretty nicely. Go under the bar, pull up a loop, under the bar, pull up a loop, and eventually I end up turning it sideways just because it looks easier to work. But how your finished piece will look, if I can untangle my twisted yarn here. This is just a fast and dirty demo because I want to drop a tutorial for National Crochet Month 2019. It's almost over, but I still got a few rabbits in my hat and tricks up my sleeve for y'all. I'm almost done. And again, so you can see the bars and the back bump of the next chain. And forgive me if this is choppy and headache inducing, but video is not my forte. I just wanted to get it out there for you. Okay, got one more stitch left. So again, what you're doing instead of your traditional yarn over is you're going to pull up a loop under your bar. Pull up another loop under your next bar. And under the back bump of your last chain for your final stitch, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. And that is a linked treble. You can likely do this with your half double and double, but I happen to prefer the treble because it's taller and therefore it goes faster. So get a look at that loveliness. Alright, so now I'm going to go drop the tutorial, so hopefully by the time you see this, it will be ready for you. And that's Vaughn Crochet 101 on Radio WVON.